Yo, what it is? What's up, beautiful poetry people? It's your main man, Zohab Zee Khan, your poet in residence, on your screen. It's good to be back. How are you feeling today? You feeling okay? I hope you're good wherever you happen to be in the world. Hope you're chilling in that 100 region on that scale from 1 to 100, wherever you happen to be. Hope you're having a good day. Today's video, I've been wanting to make this video for quite some time now. It's a video that's very, very close to my heart. Back before all of these lockdown and these restrictions, I was fortunate enough to travel the world and perform and talk to young people and run workshops for young people and just exchange knowledge. And I say exchange because as much as I was trying to teach these young people, I was learning so much from them. All the way from 5 to 18, I got to hang out with every single year group of the school system. These are the things that I consistently try to teach regardless of how old people are. So today's video is all about the things I wish I knew when I was at school. Number 1, self-love. I know it sounds basic. I know it sounds hippy-dippy. I know it sounds exactly like what you think would be in this video, but that's because it's 100% true. Self-love is best love. The absolute best thing that you can do for yourself when you're a young person at school, or well, gosh, even if you're not a young person at school, if you're just young at heart, is love yourself. It's the absolute best thing that you can do. And it's something that I wish I knew at a younger age, to love myself. My absolute favorite person in this entire universe is me. Not in a like, ooh, kind of way, but more in a kind of like, this is pretty incredible. What even is a human? Wow. Got this brain in my head. Wow. It's that kind of thing. It's celebrating your brilliance. It's celebrating those little things about yourself. It's celebrating all those little things that you love about yourself. Oh, yeah. I got a nice nose. Those kinds of things. Self-love is best love 100% of the time. And you might be like, psh, bro. That's easier said than done. You can't just be like self-love. That's true. It is easier said than done. It does take time and it does take effort to love yourself. Everyone's got different circumstances. Everyone's got different challenges and situations in their life that have made them the people that they are, you know? So it's going to be different for everybody, but that's the thing that makes you beautiful, isn't it? That's the thing that makes us humans, is that authentic, genuine, cool self that we are. Your challenges, that's what makes you you. Here's the thing, yeah, when you don't have a great self-perception of yourself, you put yourself on a ranking ladder, especially at school. You know, in school systems, there's always this ranking. There's the like, oh yeah, that's the smart kid. Oh, she got first in maths, or oh, he's the sporty kid, or you know, oh, that's the best looking kid in school, or that's the person, right? We're always ranking ourselves. But when you stop ranking yourself, when you stop worrying too much about what other people think, you start loving yourself a little bit more. And when you love yourself a little bit more, it's an even playing field. When you love yourself more, you start looking at other people and you're like, oh yeah, I do that too. You're human like me. Oh yeah, I'm into that as well. You see, I start seeing commonalities with one another rather than seeing differences. When you don't like yourself, when you don't have a great self-perception of yourself, you start putting people on the ladder. There's only 2 types of people. There's people that are better than you and the ones that are not so better than you, the ones that are worse than you. And the ones that are better than you, you're like, man, you get jealous of them. You're like, man, that's so unfair. I want that person's this. I want that person's that. How come that person's got this? How come that person's got that Xbox? But when you love yourself, you've got that equal playing field and you start seeing commonalities. That's why I think self-love is best love. Next thing is write more. Record more, hang out with yourself more. This is something that I was fortunate enough that I did do almost out of necessity because I didn't necessarily always have people around me or the most healthy people around me. So I spent a lot of time writing and hanging out with myself and just making sense of this that is a human being. Write more, hang out with yourself more. And the more you hang out with yourself and the more you get to know yourself and the more you just get the thoughts out of your brain onto a piece of paper, the more sense you make out of this. And that's one of the really important steps of loving yourself and being kind to yourself. When you start celebrating the good things about yourself. When you start hanging out with yourself. So write more, write more, write more, write more, write more, and record, because your brains and your bodies are going through all these changes, and it's really, really important for you to be able to look back and say, oh man, I came far. I came a long, long way from that last moment that I was. You know, change happens 1 millisecond at a time. And when you record those milliseconds, you get to see how far you've come in it. Next, meditate. Oh, meditate, meditate, meditate. Meditation definitely is something that I wish I had started at a younger age. It's something that I discovered a little bit later in university, and I'm so fortunate that I started meditating, and it made such a huge difference in my life, like profound differences. So meditation is key. Meditation is one of the best things that you can do for yourself, especially at a young age when you're going through changes, and school's a little bit strange place to be, yeah? If you don't know how to meditate, don't you worry, there's not much to it. The most basic form of meditation is just close your eyes and just focus on your breathing. Just through your nose, out your mouth. Pop, pop, pop. Meditation. A lot of the schools that I go to, I run meditation sessions with the kids, and most of the time the kids get a lot out of it. Some of the times kids just want to jump around and hit the walls and that kind of stuff. That's all G too sometimes. They're just having a jump around kind of day. But meditation, if you don't know how to do it, there's countless tutorials on YouTube. I'll make my own one soon enough with my own style of meditation. But in the meantime, just check out one of the videos on YouTube, how to meditate. Will get you plenty of results, and fish around. Not all styles of meditation suit everybody, so yeah. The next thing that I wish I knew when I was at school was brush off the bullies. I spent way too much time at school being bullied, and I also spent way too much time thinking and being concerned with what other people thought about me. It's definitely not the best use of your time to worry about what other people think about you and to spend too much time being upset over bullies. I know that's easier said than done as well, but in hindsight, I'm just like, whoa, all the things that I got teased for, all the things that I got made fun of for, they're actually the things that make me awesome right now. You know, they're actually the things that have resulted in my life success later on. All the little things. So I wish I had known at a young age of, wait a second, the things that make you different are actually the things that are going to make you awesome later. Stick it out for the long run. The things that make you unique now, the things that you're getting teased for now very well could be things that make you special and strong later on. Stick it out for the long run. One of my favorite quotes comes from Ice Cube, and he says, life ain't a track heat, it's a marathon. Life ain't a track heat, it's a marathon. Go in it for the marathon. Don't worry about that 100-meter sprint. It's all about that marathon. Some people burn out real quickly. Some people are in it for the long run, and that's something that I've been fortunate enough to see in my own life. I got bullied and teased almost every single day of my schooling. And in hindsight, they're the things that made me strong. In hindsight, my lankiness is what made me awesome. In hindsight, the color of my skin is what made me awesome. In hindsight, being able to travel the world and, you know, being able to fit into different types of cultures and having my own culture back home in Pakistan, they're the things that made me awesome. They're the things that made me special, you know what I mean? They're the things that I got to build careers out of and write poetry out of and do workshops out of. The things that you're getting teased for right now, the things that you're getting bullied for right now, very well could turn into your strengths later. Okay, a lucky last thing I wish I knew when I was at school was bad grades are not the end of the world. Absolutely, you should try your best to get good grades, but it's not the end of the world if you don't get great grades. I remember at the end of my high school, when I was doing my higher school certificate, they were like, oh, you got to get good marks, otherwise you won't get into a good uni. Oh, you got to get the 99s and the 98s if you want to do this career or that career. Oh, university, you won't get a good job. It's like it was going to be the end of the world. One of my best mates in the entire world, he didn't necessarily do amazing in school. He just did, he did okay. He tried very hard and looking good, bro. He didn't necessarily get the 99s that you need to do to get into law. He really wanted to be a lawyer. But what he did, he went to a university that wasn't necessarily considered to be one of the best universities or whatever. But he worked really, really hard and he got to change degrees and he went into law and he worked really, really hard at university. And now he has a multinational law firm that does business all around the world. It's absolutely incredible. And in high school, his teachers were telling him, nah, you're gonna be okay. You won't get into university. So bad grades aren't necessarily the end of the world. I know I said the last one was the last one, but this one's the last one. Lucky, lucky last one. The one I wish we told young people a lot more. This is the thing I wish every single kid knew about themselves, and it's your brain is plastic. I wish every single kid knew about themselves, and it's your brain is plastic. Huh? I don't actually mean your brains are made out of plastic. Some people I've met might have plastic brains though. What I do mean is neuroplasticity, which is the ability to change your neurons and synaptic connections inside your brain. It's like playing with Play-Doh. It's like moving it around. A more simple way to explain that is it's all about those superhighways inside your brain. There's little things inside your head that determine what habits you have and determine how you react to people. It determines your behavior, and all of that stuff is up for grabs. All of that stuff you get to mold and change and do really, really cool things with, so that later down the track you get to be a really, really cool person. Don't worry about being cool now. No. Play that long game. Life ain't a track heat, it's a marathon. Life ain't a track heat, it's a marathon. So brain plasticity, the ability to play around with your head and the habits that you form, is a lot easier at younger ages. You can do it as you get older and older and older, absolutely. But at young ages, ooh, when you're still kids, when you're still at school, ooh, that's when you get to really, really, really play around with it. Particularly in your prefrontal cortex. Your prefrontal cortex, that's the thing that's responsible for your cognitive behaviors. That's the thing that's responsible for the habits that you have. That's the thing that's responsible for the interactions that you have in the world. Your prefrontal cortex is really, really important. That's something I really love telling young people at school, that your brain is plastic, it's Play-Doh, you can play around with it and make all these really, really cool changes. The two best ways that I've found to make changes to your brain when it's super, super plastic is two things I've already mentioned, which is write, and meditate. That's how you make the changes inside your brain. Pwah! Thank you so much for sticking with me to this point. I love making these videos and having a connection with you really cool cats. Hopefully you got something nice out of this video today. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do comment. Please do subscribe. And if you've got the means, do check out my Patreon. That's how I get to keep making these videos. Thank you to all my Patreons, these lovely, incredible human beings. I think it's time to call it a day. Pwah, pwah, pwah.